evening, everyone. We are going to let everyone in to our fabulous Law Day 2021 event. Good evening. My name is Harvey Haas Nunes, and I will be providing the music for this evening. So we'd like you to just get prepared for a very special night. And again, welcome to Law Day 2021. Stand by.
Congratulations to Judge Sullivan and to Dean Bellamy and to Donald Temple. This is Judge Blackburn-Rigsby.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing well. So proud of you all. So well deserved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, most appreciated.
Yeah, such a wonderful honor for each of you. So well deserved, and thank you for your service. And Judge Sullivan, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's wonderful to be with you this evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I see so many of the wonderful Washington Bar members and some of our Judicial Council members. Great seeing everyone.
Congratulations. Glad to see you all.
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Hello, everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Karen Evans. Harvey, can you turn the music down just a tad?
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Let's turn it down.
Hello, everyone. This is Christy Burnett, also known as Darnalina. Hello.
Hello.
Congratulations.
DHA Trad. Hello, good evening. Good to see you.
Welcome, everyone. This is your opportunity to say hello and congratulations to the honorees, as well as to each other. You know, we've been in this pandemic for almost 14 months, so many of us have not seen each other except over these platforms. So it was so wonderful to see so many of you today down at the park, which did not feel pandemic. There were so many people out and about downtown, but it was wonderful to see so many Washington Bar family members. And we have a great, great, great program for you tonight. But right now, what I'd like to do is let's take 5 minutes. And if you want to congratulate our honorees, Don Temple, Everett Bellamy, please take a moment. We're also going to give an award to Judge Sullivan, who's with us tonight. And so if you want to say anything to any of our awardees, please, this is your opportunity to say hello, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well,
Congratulations, Everett. Oh, here.
Congratulations, Dean Bellamy and Donald Temple from Sheila Vance.
Thank you.
good evening.
Congratulations,
This is Donald Thigpen.
Dean Bellamy and Donald Temple. This is Ladidra Drummond, and thank you all for all your service to all of us. Thank you again.
Deidre.
This is Donald Thigpen wishing all the award recipients a sincere congratulations. You each are so deserving, and I'm so proud of you.
This is Iris McCollum Green. Congratulations to Donald and Elliot. It's so well deserved. And congratulations to Judge Sullivan on your retirement, but you know you're going to be missed.
I'm not going anywhere.
Great.
Probably to the chagrin of some.
Yes.
This is Eric Glover. Congratulations, Donald Temple and Mr. Bellamy. Congratulations, Judge Sullivan, who's told me personally that he would hold me in contempt, but he would feel bad about it.
This is Ron Isaac. Donald, Everett, I'm so proud of you, brothers. Congratulations. Looking forward to many good things from you all. It's good seeing you too.
Oh, good seeing you. And we go way back, Ron.
That's right. Yeah.
Good to see you.
Thanks, Ron.
You're welcome.
I'm want to say congratulations to the honorees. And also I'd like to say congratulations to the leadership of the Washington Bar Association for making this possible during this time to have a dinner and to have the Law Day dinner with our honorees. So thank you.
Thank you, Robert. As always, you're so gracious. One thing I want to point out is during the chat, so take a look at the chat feature, we're going to do what we're going to call trivia. There'll be questions in the chat about our recipients tonight. And those of you who get, the one who gets the most winner answers, I can't talk, will get a prize. And you might wonder what that prize is. I'm going to show you in just a moment. But for right now, I'm going to ask my co-partner, Robert Baldwin, if you could put our first question in the chat. And let's see who gets the right answer, and we'll go forward with that. Harvey, could you also play our, start the slideshow in the background, because I want everybody to see the fabulous law days that we've had in the past. And this is a fabulous event, and we tried to evoke as many memories of the past as we could. So everyone take a look at a blast from the past.
Okay, stand by.
And if anyone would like to offer congratulations, this is a perfect time to do so.
Congratulations to my brother Everett. This is your sister Francine. And congratulations to Donald Temple, my brother from another mother. Both have worked so hard on this program, and I've just admired you over the years. So proud of both of you.
Thank you, Francine. Great to have you join us this evening.
This is Howard Woodson. I want to congratulate Donald and Dean Bellamy. Longtime friends. You deserve it.
Thanks, Howard. Thank you, Howard.
Bill Trainer, I just want to congratulate Donald Temple and Dean Bellamy. What you have done is so extraordinary, and it's a privilege to see you honored in this way.
Thank you, Dean. So glad you're with us tonight.
Thank you much, Dean.
The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There's so much.
What you're looking at, folks, are law days from the past.
Hello, this is Stephen Taylor. How's everybody today? I want to say congratulations to Dean Everett Bellamy and Donald Temple for wonderful work, 42 years. Excellent. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Stephen.
I just wanted to congratulate Donald and Everett for great work. We're quite proud of everything you've done, and so many people are following in your footsteps. Congratulations, my brother, Doug Dixon.
Doug. Oh, Doug, thank you. Thank you for being with us and your support through the years.
This is Judge Richard Roberts, and I've watched Donald and Everett from the very beginning of that Houston Foundation, and you've kept on keeping on. I'm very proud of you. And Judge Sullivan, my colleague, welcome to senior status.
Thank you, Ricky. Judge Roberts.
Good evening, everyone. This is Lakita Biddle. Congratulations, Mr. Temple and Dean Bellamy, CHH Class of 2009. Thank you for all that you all have done to pour into the lives of future generations of lawyers. And congratulations to all the honorees.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This is Sonia, your baby sister, Everett. Wanted to say congratulations to you and Donald for all your wonderful accomplishments, and I'm honored to be here enjoying this with you. Congratulations.
Thanks, baby sister, who's a doctor in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Mark Temple, Donald's younger brother, maybe older brother. Wishing you congratulations, you and your partner, Everett Bellamy, my other big brother. Congratulations on your outstanding work. You know, I've been watching you forever. I guess you've been watching me also, but to both of you, wish you the best.
Thank you, Mark. God bless.
This time, let's take a moment, Harvey, and let's show some of the letters of congratulations that we have received from officials from the DC government.
everybody. Need a little help, y'all. Yes, we do. Need a little help. Say it for me, some help.
Saez is his first Derby bounce is being disqualified in 2019. Rocker Oaks the 15th, 3 starts, 3 wins.
We'll ask everyone to mute themselves if you're not speaking. Thank you.
Scratch yesterday. The 17 is highly motivated. Used to neck by Essential Quality and the Bluegrass All-Star Connections owner Seth Klarman, trainer Chad Brown, jockey Javier Castellano. First Kentucky Derby win after 21 tries. 19 sandwich, Marshfield by the granddaughter of the former Campbell Soup president, jockey trainer Coughlin, that won the 2019 Preakness. 26 to 1. One more long shot at 29 to 1. The 20 Bourbonic long shot. The first black jockey.
Thank you, Harvey. And as you see, we have greetings and of congratulations from the mayor, from the DC Bar president, as well as from Chair Mendelson. As usual, over the 50 plus years that the Washington Bar Association has been offering Law Day dinners, we've always gotten greetings from the dignitaries within the DC government, and this year is no different. At this time, we'd like to continue showing our slideshow. And if anyone would like to offer congratulations or answer the question that was posed in the chat, so happy to do that. So Harvey, can we start with the slideshow? And Robert?
Push that door. Don't use that. Stop using the door. Wake up. Yeah. Well. What you tell me now? What you tell me now?
Admit for.
Felicia Spears, I want to send my heartfelt congratulations to Donald and also to Judge Sullivan. Thank you so much for all of your years of service to the bar, this community, and we are very proud of you. My husband, Joe Brown, sends his congratulations as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Joe.
Hi, Everett and Donald. This is Pat Waters. I think Keith is on the line as well, but I'm going to offer congratulations to both of you. So well deserved for all your hard work with this program and in the community. And congratulations to you as well, Judge Sullivan, for all you've done in service to our community.
Robert, can you read the question and the answer?
All right. Am I still muted?
Nope.
Are we good? Okay. Hi, everybody. The question was, which one of our awardees were raised in the Strawberry Mansion neighborhood of North Philly? And Lakita Biddle, my former classmate at UDC Law, got it right. And that is, the answer is Don Temple. Congratulations, Don.
Right, Robert, give us the second trivia question, and we're going to keep score.
Okay, all right. The second trivia question is, Everett Bellamy spent 30 years as a dean at which institution? Please put your answers in the chat. Which institution? This is a softball now.
I have a question. I don't know if it's in the chat or not, but I heard a rumor that one of our awardees shut down the dean's office. I don't remember was party to that. I didn't quite get the story straight, but I believe it was somebody on this stage tonight. DT. Good. What's the answer, DT? You're muted. You cannot plead the fifth.
I said Everett Bellamy.
No.
Those are Alan Bakke days, Sandra, in California. So that's true.
At Santa Clara Law School, right, DT?
Correct.
Why don't you tell the story in about 30 seconds? Give us a 30-second synopsis for those who may be unfamiliar with that.
There's a national balsa movement subject to the Alan Bakke case and decision. And there's a protest about the case and what the implications of that case were, which is spelled out very clearly in the dissenting opinion of Thurgood Marshall in that decision.
Having to do with affirmative action in
Correct.
colleges and universities. Yeah.
Right. Do we have another trivia question?
Sure. We have the answer to the last one, which was Everett Bellamy spent 30 years as a dean at which institution? And everybody got that right, of course, and that is Georgetown.
You're right. That was a softball.
It was. How about this one? Which past WBA president is currently the executive director of the Human Rights Watch?
While you're thinking, I'm really enjoying looking at these pictures.
Those were younger days.
This is Judge Alex Manuel. I'm not going to answer these questions because I kind of know firsthand. In fact, I had a discussion this morning with Donald Temple on North Philly, so I knew some of these answers. But I just want to congratulate Donald Temple, Dean Bellamy, for the years and years of hard work, scholarship, dedication, and bringing up the young folks and to be the great lawyers that they are today. And Judge Sullivan for being the stalwart of the bench and a role model and example to all of us who sit on the judiciary. Thank you all, congratulations. And also a plug for the amazing team that put this together, which I had the pleasure of working with firsthand, Karen Evans, Sandra Robinson, and Maria Stewart.
Thank you, Judge, for those kind remarks.
Thank you, Judge Manuel.
Yes.
Thanks, Judge.
Yes, thank you, Judge Manuel. And Judge Manuel was an instrumental part of our committee. We had such a wonderful committee that worked so hard to try to put this event together. And we're really looking forward to revealing the results of our hard work tonight. And we fully expect that everyone is going to enjoy the program, and hopefully it'll take you back and make you look forward to next year when we hope to be live and in person somewhere, if things go the way that they should go. We have about 4 minutes, according to my clock here, before our program will start at 7 p.m. And at this time, we'd like to go through a few housekeeping rules. And these came from our script and from our producer, Harvey Nunez. So just a couple of things. So first of all, on your Zoom screen, let's make sure that you have your name. You know, not your phone number, not your dog's name, your name. So that if we want to screenshot you or highlight you during the event, we can find you. Second rule, please remain muted so we can all enjoy the virtual experience. We may call on you to unmute yourself to answer a question or to acknowledge an award, but for most of you, please try to remain muted for the event. Please try to keep your video on so we can locate and spotlight you. This is a virtual space and it's meant to be interactive. So at appropriate times in the program, we may, if a speaker mentions your name, we may try to find you and highlight you in the during the program so that you can be recognized by everybody here. Really important point. Remember, you can change how you view the event. In the top right-hand corner, you'll see the word view, V-I-E-W. Click view in the top right-hand corner, then you can select speaker view or gallery view. The gallery view will be so that you can see everyone. The speaker view will highlight.
Audio.
I'm sorry. So remember, you can change your view and select either gallery or speaker view. Please take note of the chat. We're going to be utilizing the chat heavily tonight. For example, starting at 7 o'clock at the start of the program, we're going to provide you with a copy of the program so that you can follow along and see what the evening is going to entail. And all you have to do is click on the chat button, and this window will open, and then follow the prompts. We will be using the chat throughout the event to interact with you and for you to share. DJ Harvey, did I miss anything? I take that as an excellent review of the housekeeping rules.
Yes, you covered everything. And we just want everyone to have a good time. That's the only thing that you left out.
Oh,
and
right.
don't forget, at the end of this, we're going to have a little dance session because in 2021, health is wealth. So make sure you stay on for the whole event. And when we get to the very end of it, we're going to do a little dancing, maybe a little line dance, just to make sure that we get our exercise and our steps in for the day. Back to you, Karen.
Thank you. Harvey, it is now 6:59, and we promised that we would start promptly at 7 o'clock. So let's everyone get your computers ready, get your view set up, and at 7 o'clock, the program will start, and we will begin with introductions from our president and CEO of the Washington Bar Association, James Tony Towns.
And let me just, while we're waiting, give the answer to the last trivia question, which was, which past WBA president is currently the executive director of the Human Rights Watch? And we had about 5 people who, we had about 5 people who got it right, which is Nicole, Austin, Hillary. So shout out to Nicole if she's on the call. So yeah, we will add up those answers. Thank you guys for playing.
And you might be wondering, well, what would I win if I got the most correct answers? You would win the following: the famous Washington Bar Association mug. Now suppose you're thinking to yourself, well, I didn't win, but I would love to have a mug. I have an answer for you. You can buy a mug on the Washington Bar Association website for the low, low, low price of $18. And it is a lovely, lovely mug. And this year, this is a fundraising effort for the Bar Association. So we hope that everyone will get their mug and use it wisely. And at this point, we are at 7 o'clock. And I'd like to turn the program over to our president and CEO, Mr. Tony Towns.
Good evening. My name is Tony Towns, and I'm the 51st president of the Washington Bar Association, often referred to as the WBA. On behalf of our membership and the board of directors of the Washington Bar Association, Inc., and the Washington Bar Association Educational Foundation, Inc., I welcome you to the 2021 Virtual Law Day Dinner and Awards Program. Law Day is back, and the WBA is still standing tall, despite the pandemic, police brutality, and voter suppression that our community has experienced over the last year. We may be operating in a primarily virtual world, but the WBA is still standing tall. Virtually, we continue to support Black lawyers, judges, and to serve as a voice for those that are silent or have been silenced. This year's theme, Equal Justice Under Law, The Time Is Now, represents the WBA's mission and our calling. And we've been answering this call since 1925, when we were created as an affiliate chapter of the National Bar Association. As such, we are one of the oldest voluntary bar associations in the country. The highlight of the presentation tonight about this event is the presentation of the Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit, which is given to a person who upholds, who, excuse me, once I've just lost my place. Right. Which is the Charles Hampton Houston Award is our most coveted award, named after civil rights icon and one of the WBA's most noted founders, Charles Hamilton Houston. This award goes to a recipient or recipients who reflect and uphold the principles of Houstonian jurisprudence, i.e. seeking equal justice under the law. Our past winners have included a Supreme Court justice, judges from federal, state, and local courts, a U.S. Attorney General, legal scholars, and many more. I am proud of all of our awardees tonight, from our student scholarship winners to our Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion awardees. Now, we have planned an exciting and historic virtual Law Day dinner program tonight. And in order to properly call this Law Day program to order by bringing invocation, I am proud to present a truly living historic figure in His Eminence Wilton Cardinal Gregory, who is the Archbishop of Washington Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception, the Chancellor of the Catholic University of America, and the Chairman of the Board of Trustees for the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception. I present Cardinal Gregory, the first African-American cardinal in the history of Catholicism. Now, before he starts, the Cardinal's invocation will be followed by our national anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing, sung by Broadway star Nicholas Ryan, also known as Neptune, who has appeared in Motown, the musical, and Beautiful, the Carole King musical, among countless other theater and television productions.
My friends, I am so very pleased to be with you. I am particularly grateful for this moment to pause and recognize your critical work at the Washington Bar Association, and thank you for your many years of service in the Washington, D.C. community. Before I offer some brief remarks, I would like to begin with a short prayer. As you may know, Reverend Canon Paula Clark, the first woman and first African-American Episcopal Bishop of the Episcopal Archdiocese of Chicago, was supposed to offer our opening prayer, but unfortunately, she's quite ill at this time. Please join me in praying for her. I ask that we also hold in prayer all of our brothers and sisters who are ill or suffering during this ongoing pandemic. We pray that all who are sick or suffering experience the healing touch of the Creator. We remember those who are essential personnel who have bravely cared for the sick and supported our communities during this year. Amen.
Oh, yes. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the
full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day, a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. We sing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Good evening. I am Kendra Perkins Norwood, President-elect of the Washington Bar Association. It is my distinct honor to deliver the call to commemoration for Law Day 2021. The theme for this year's Law Day is Equal Justice Under Law, the time is now. Equal justice under law is not only the motto of the Washington Bar Association, but it is also a timeless principle that reflects the basic promise of the American legal system. These are the words inscribed above the entrance of the Supreme Court of the United States. They express the nation's ultimate legal responsibility to ensure that every member of our society enjoys equal access to the opportunities and privileges guaranteed under the Constitution and laws of the United States. And yet we know that for so many in this country, equal justice under law continues to be denied. Over the past year, we've watched Black Americans experience the devastating impacts of the COVID-19 virus at significantly disproportionate rates as compared to white Americans. Death and disease were not the only disparate impacts COVID-19 had on the Black community. The virus brought more unemployment, more financial stress, and more housing insecurity to Black Americans. And it has caused a troubling lack of access to the justice system. More than 55 years after the Voting Rights Act was passed, we still witnessed calculated efforts to suppress the Black vote during the last election cycle. And right here in the nation's capital, more than 700,000 District of Columbia residents continue to live under an inequitable system of taxation without full representation. Charles Hamilton Houston, a founder of the Washington Bar Association, a legal giant and social engineer, and also the namesake of the medallions of merit that will be conferred tonight, believed that in a just society, the legal system guarantees justice and freedom for everyone without prejudice or bias operating against them. He dedicated his life's work to this noble pursuit. And so tonight, in the spirit of Houstonian jurisprudence, let us all accept the call to stand and fight against inequality. Let us each leverage our own individual platforms and whatever social, political, and economic power we possess to advance the American ideal of equal justice under law. The time is now.
Now, at this time, I would like to recognize all of our past presidents of the Washington Bar Association, especially those who could join us today. Nathaniel Spates, Keith Waters, Wendell Webster, Michael Hicks, Ronald Crump, Michael Rosier, Donald Thigpen, Kim Keenan, Felicia Chambers, who I met today, Kevin Judd, Robert Bell, Ronald Jessamy, Iris McCullum Green, Billy Martin, Karen Evans, Natalie Walker, Nicole Austin Hillary, and Henry Floyd. Welcome. And now let's hear from Geico, one of our gold sponsors.
I've travelled all over the country talking about saving with Geico. But that's the important bit, isn't it? Showing up, saying, hello, fancy a nice chat. And then we talk like two old friends about sticky buns and all the savings you could get by bundling your home and car insurance. But here's the real secret. Eye contact. Do you feel that? We just had a moment. Who'd have thought it?
Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance.
As in our tradition, we will have greetings from our esteemed District of Columbia Chief Judges, Chief Judge Burl Howell of the U.S. District Court, Chief Judge Blackburn Risby of the D.C. Court of Appeals, and Chief Judge Josie Herring of the D.C. Superior Court. We will also hear greetings from my boss, Attorney General Carl Racine.
Hello, everyone. I'm so pleased to join you to celebrate Law Day 2021 and to bring greetings from the United States District Court for the District of Columbia. I know that we all share high hopes that the next time we gather for Law Day, it will be in person. As we pause and celebrate this day, I'm honored to share the virtual dais with so many friends and esteemed guests from our local courts, including Chief Judges Anna Blackburn Rigsby and Anita Josie Herring, as well as Howard Law School Dean Danielle Holly Walker and Cardinal Gregory. Given all the challenges of the past year, I am delighted to have an opportunity to celebrate today's honorees with you. This year's theme of social justice feels particularly appropriate. I would like to extend hearty congratulations to Everett Bellamy and Donald Temple on receiving the Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit tonight for their work in helping to educate and promote career success for thousands of deserving minority students through the Charles Hamilton Houston Law School Preparatory Institute. And congratulations as well to all of the other honorees and scholarship winners. I am also particularly delighted to join you in celebrating one of my colleagues on the District Court, the wonderful Judge Emmett G. Sullivan. I have had the privilege of serving with Judge Sullivan for about 11 years now. He is a force to be reckoned with, but in a good way. He asks the hard questions and always pushes for what is right and what is just. He is also a warm and generous colleague, and many of us rely upon his wisdom and experience and cherish his good nature, collegiality, and his friendship. Judge Sullivan, on behalf of all of your colleagues on the District Court, congratulations on your well-deserved honor tonight. Thank you to the Washington Bar Association for persevering in sponsoring this important event and for all the important work you do all year round, with particular thanks to WBA President Tony Towns for his leadership. Enjoy this event.
Good evening, everyone. I am Anna Blackburn Rigsby, Chief Judge of the District of Columbia Court of Appeals. I am honored to once again join the Washington Bar Association for the annual Law Day dinner, which we are celebrating virtually this year once again. It is my pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of the District of Columbia Court of Appeals. I want to say a special thank you and recognize President Tony Towns for his leadership during these unprecedented times. My thanks to you and to the Washington Bar Association Board of Directors and the chairs for this evening's wonderful program. I thank you all for your long-time commitment to access to justice. I also look forward to hearing Cardinal Wilton Gregory's benediction What an honor to hear from the first African American cardinal in the United States history. While I would have undoubtedly preferred to make these remarks in person at the WBA's wonderful annual Law Day dinner, so that I could have fellowshipped with all of you, I certainly understand our present circumstances due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It is my hope that everyone is well and safe during these times. President Dwight Eisenhower established the first ever Law Day in 1958 to mark the nation's commitment to the rule of law. In 1961, Congress issued a joint resolution designating May 1st as the official date for celebrating Law Day. Every president since then has issued a Law Day proclamation on May 1st to celebrate the nation's commitment to the rule of law. This year, the American Bar Association has set the theme for Law Day as Advancing the Rule of Law Now. The rule of law is the bedrock of American rights and liberties, and the rule of law governs in times of peace as well as times of unrest. Over the past year, we have faced unprecedented times: a global pandemic, racial unrest resulting from the tragic deaths of several African Americans, and racial protests across the country for greater fairness and equal justice under law. I joined with the Washington Bar Association in commemorating Law Day, and I thank you for your commitment to equal justice under law and your continued efforts to ensure equal rights. I also want to join the Washington Bar Association in congratulating Judge Emmett Sullivan on taking senior status after 37 years of service on numerous courts in the District of Columbia, including the District of Columbia Superior Court, the District of Columbia Court of Appeals, and the United States District Court for the District of Columbia. I've had the privilege and honor of working with Judge Sullivan on various outside court activities for many years, and I've always admired his steadfast and unwavering commitment to serving the District of Columbia community. He cares so much about our community as a native Washingtonian, and he's very proud of being a native Washingtonian. In addition, I would like to thank him for his tremendous influence on the judiciary here in the District of Columbia.
Thank you, Mr. Towns, for inviting me to give remarks on behalf of the DC Superior Court to all the members of the Washington Bar and all of you out there who are listening. What a wonderful program you have planned this year. I'm so thrilled on behalf of the Superior Court, all of its judges and all of its employees, to really express congratulations to tonight's honorees. Those are Everett Bellamy, a well-known fixture in the legal community and at Georgetown University Law Center. Also, Donald Temple, who has really fought for the civil rights of so many for decade after decade after decade, and he's still energetic and pushing the envelope to make sure we achieve equal justice. I want to say to you, Mr. Towns, you couldn't have made a better selection. Unfortunately, we can only celebrate them virtually, but it's important for us to acknowledge the contributions they've made and how important they are to the Washington Bar and to the bar generally. Again, on behalf of the members of the Superior Court, I want to thank you, Mr. Towns. I also want to thank the Board of Directors of the Washington Bar for all of the great work they do all the time, and of course, the members. Hope to see you in person next year.
Hi, everyone. I'm Carl Racine, the Attorney General for the District of Columbia. It's a pleasure and honor to join you virtually for your 2021 Law Day dinner. And let me thank my friend and colleague and the president of the WBA, Tony Towns, for inviting me to speak today. Tony, we thank you for all the work that you've done at OAG, and thank you for your remarkable leadership at a remarkable time, given the pandemic, for the WBA. Since the WBA was founded in 1925, the organization has cultivated great legal talent in the face of adversity, stood up against racial justice, and worked to promote the interest of vulnerable district residents. Indeed, Charles Hamilton Houston, one of the founders of the WBA, encouraged lawyers to be social engineers and to use the law to solve the problems of local communities and better the conditions of the underprivileged citizens of the District of Columbia. Houston, the architect of the civil rights legal strategy, was a visionary who made an indelible mark. His work led to critical social change and advanced the cause of justice here in the district and across the country. Today, members of the WBA walk in Charles Hamilton Houston's footsteps and continue this great project of creating a more just society. I want to congratulate two of those WBA members. This year's Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit honorees, Donald Temple and Everett Bellamy, two outstanding lawyers who not only represent their clients well, but care about the legacy, that which follows them, as they both have spent untold hours of their personal time mentoring, guiding, and training young lawyers to be every bit as good as they are. Their leadership in creating and expanding the Charles Hamilton Houston Law School Preparatory Institute has helped to prepare hundreds of students for the rigors of law school and opened the doors to the legal profession to many who've been historically excluded. I also want to congratulate, and it is a point of massive personal privilege, another one of this evening's honorees. My friend and a person who I have tremendous respect for and look up to, the Honorable Judge Emmett Sullivan of the United States District Court for the District of Columbia. Judge Sullivan is an extraordinary human being and a great jurist, and man, is he a talented lawyer. Judge Sullivan has worked tirelessly to advance the cause of equal justice, and he's also exemplified the ideals of Charles Houston. I would say that Judge Sullivan is one of the most impactful lawyers of our time. His role as a judge on Superior Court of the District of Columbia, then the DC Court of Appeals, and then the US District Court in the District of Columbia is unrivaled. He was elevated to judgeships by 3 different judges, including Democrat and Republican judges. And Judge Sullivan, as we all know, has the courage and tenacity to follow what he thinks is right in the law. And overwhelmingly, the courts of appeals agree with him. Most recently, in the past 12 months, Judge Sullivan had a number of high-profile cases where the rule of law and the integrity of justice were at stake. We all benefited from Judge Sullivan's strength and courage in standing up for these principles. And we follow his lead as we seek to always improve ourselves personally and as lawyers. Congratulations, Judge Sullivan. To everyone else, please enjoy this virtual celebration as I am. Thank you.
You know, it's always good to hear from the judges, unless it's on a contempt motion. The WBA wishes to take a moment to recognize another member of the bench and recent winner of the medallion, Judge Emmett G. Sullivan of the United States District Court for the District of Columbia. Judge Sullivan's noteworthy cases are too many to mention here tonight, but I will briefly mention a few. He presided over numerous habeas corpus petitions involving the prisoners held at Guantanamo Bay. In 2008, he presided over the conviction of former Senator Ted Stevens of Alaska for corruption charges, and later dismissed those convictions after evidence of prosecutorial misconduct came to light. Just last year, he presided over the U.S. v. Flynn, a case involving a high official from the previous administration. His decisions in that case were nothing short of courageous and brilliant, and were upheld by the DC Circuit sitting en banc. Those decisions also established critical constitutional precedent regarding separation of powers and prosecutorial discretion. In adjudicating these weighty matters, Judge Sullivan never lost touch with the common citizen. For instance, in 2018, a woman from El Salvador sought asylum here in the US and was held in a detention facility. For improper reasons, she was pulled out of the facility and sent home on a plane before having her day in court. When Judge Sullivan learned of this action, he demanded to turn that plane around and threatened to hold all responsible officials in contempt of court unless she was returned. Needless to say, the woman was promptly returned to the US. Judge Sullivan, you are a treasure to our community, and the WBA honors you. And would you please show the gift from the WBA that we gave you? All right. Judge Sullivan, the floor is yours.
Thank you for that very kind and generous introduction, Tony. I appreciate that. When Tony Towns informed me that I would be the recipient of the Washington Bar Association's prestigious Social Justice Award on Law Day 2021, I said to Tony, you and the WBA really know how to humble someone. I meant that then, and I mean it now. This coveted and beautiful award that was delivered to me this afternoon is a very special honor that I will forever cherish, and I accept it with profound gratitude and humility, and I can assure you it will be in a very special place in my office. But I would not be honored this evening without the encouragement, support, and love of some very special people. First and foremost, my parents, who are not here, but who always stress the importance of an education. Nan, my wife for 51 years, and yes, we have been married for 51 years to each other, and my other beloved family members. I accept this award with a continuing commitment to discharge my judicial responsibilities, commensurate with the very solemn judicial oath that I've been blessed and honored to take on 3 occasions, namely to administer justice fairly, impartially, agreeably to the Constitution of the United States, and in a manner that is not only respectful to the litigants who appear before the court in pursuit of justice, whether they prevail or not, but also in a manner that promotes confidence in the court and the judicial system. As always, I will continue to demonstrate that equal justice under the law does not mean that justice is administered only with respect to certain persons and lawyers and denied to others. And immigrants are especially welcome in my courtroom. Late last year, on October the 21st, in a rare display of congressional action and bipartisanship, the former president signed into law the Due Process Protections Act. This law codifies into the federal rules of criminal procedure every prosecutor's legal and ethical duty to seek out and turn over to the defense all evidence favorable to the accused that is in the possession of any government official, duties which the Supreme Court made clear in Brady versus Maryland and its progeny. Anyone who is familiar with my judicial career knows that I presided over the deeply flawed trial of Alaska's late Senator Ted Stevens. In October 2008, he was nearing the end of his 7th term and was almost certain to be reelected. when he was found guilty of lying on Senate disclosure forms, lying about the cost of renovations to his vacation home. Stevens' name was tainted and he lost re-election, altering the course of events in the Senate. Just 6 months later, it was revealed that federal prosecutors had concealed numerous pieces of evidence that very likely could have resulted in Stevens' acquittal. Among the more egregious examples, one, rather than call a witness whose testimony would have supported Stevens, the government flew the witness home to Alaska. Two, the prosecution also concealed that its star witness had an illegal sexual relationship with an underage prostitute whom he had asked to lie about their relationship. The experience led me to change my own courtroom practice. Since that time, I've issued a detailed standing Brady order, in every criminal case before my court. This reminds the prosecutors who appear before me exactly what is required of them, and it ensures that any who intentionally withhold evidence can be held accountable. I also made, concerted efforts over the years to persuade my colleagues on the federal bench to do the same. Despite my efforts, that did not happen nationwide. With the Due Process Protections Act, the other two branches of government have now accomplished what the judiciary was unwilling to do. With this new act signed into law, Rule 5 now requires, one, that on the first scheduled court date, when both prosecutor and defense counsel are present, the judge shall issue an oral and written order to prosecution and defense counsel that confirms these disclosure obligations and the possible consequences of violation such order under applicable law. And two, each judicial council in which a district court is located in the country, every one, shall promulgate a model order that judges may use to comply with this rule. This is significant because a judge-issued Brady order ensures that busy prosecutors will make finding and turning over such material a priority. It's one thing for prosecutors to know they are supposed to follow the law, but it's far more likely to actually happen when a judge's order tells them exactly what is expected and what the consequences are for noncompliance. The bill was co-sponsored by Senators Dan Sullivan, no relation, and Dick Durbin, a bipartisan effort. In introducing the bill, Senator Sullivan noted my experience presiding over the Stevens trial and that I had advocated for new measures to hold prosecutors to their constitutional obligations, most recently, at that time, in a November 2017 op-ed that appeared in the Wall Street Journal. With this new law, the federal bench follows the lead of the New York State courts, which, thanks to a groundbreaking rule issued by Chief Judge Janet DeFiore and Chief Administrative Law Judge Lawrence Marks since January 1, 2018, has required trial judges statewide to issue Brady orders in all criminal proceedings. At that time, it was the first rule of its kind in the nation. The final point I will make is that there are 3 vacancies on the Superior Court for the District of Columbia, for which the Judicial Nomination Commission that I currently chair is accepting applications. The members of the Washington Bar Association and guests and friends this evening have a personal invitation from me to apply and to encourage outstanding attorneys to apply. The deadline is May the 11th, so please visit the Commission's website at jnc.dc.gov for instructions on how to apply. Thank you very much and enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Judge Sullivan, for those inspirational words. At this time, we're going to take a moment to recognize all of the past Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion recipients.
Good evening. My name is Kayanne Chambers, and I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to our gold sponsors, including Geico, whose video you have already seen. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Auden Golden, who advocates for the rights of workers on the national and international front. Notably, in light of the Black Lives Matter protests, Auden Golden initiated a program to challenge racial biases and enhance racial understanding among their staff and attorneys. In short, Auden Golden recognized the importance of impacting the larger community and have promoted equal justice programs throughout our area. Auden Golden's commitment to social justice is a true inspiration. Here are messages from our other gold sponsors.
Good evening. On this occasion of Law Day 2021, and as past president of the Washington Bar Association, both personally and on behalf of my firm, Barnes & Thornburg, congratulations to the Washington Bar Association and to Donald Temple and Everett Bellamy, this year's recipients of the Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit Award. God bless, and I look forward to seeing my Washington Bar family in person at next year's award dinner. Take care.
It's always good to hear from our sponsors. Without them, we would not be a success. We're now proud to partner with the Park at 14th Restaurant to provide you with the dinner options that you are enjoying tonight. We hope that you will continue to support small businesses and restaurants who have been particularly impacted by the pandemic. Please enjoy your meal as I enjoy mine as we continue the Law Day dinner program tonight. And now, a word from our silver sponsors.
On behalf of the Cochran Firm, we congratulate the recipients of the Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion Award. Obtaining equal justice is a principle the Cochran Firm embodies in our tireless advocacy on behalf of our injured clients. Please visit us at cochranfirmdc.com.
This is Pat McGlone, fellow WBA member and the General Counsel of Ulico, the only financial services company owned by and serving the American labor movement. We are pleased to support Law Day and to advance the cause of equal justice under law.
Hi, I am Deanna Howard Nicholas. I'd like to offer our sincere appreciation for the support of these additional silver sponsors. Thank you, Aiken Gump, for your continued support of the WBA Educational Foundation. Known for its proficiency in providing diverse legal services from the corporate office to the U.S. Supreme Court, Aiken Gump also utilizes its resources in support of human rights and social and civil justice issues. We are proud to count them among our supporters. Thank you, Fay Law Group, for your steadfast sponsorship of the WBA Educational Foundation. The Fay Law Group is a premier personal injury firm handling cases over a wide spectrum, from vehicular accidents to terrorism claims. Every lawyer at the Fay Law Group are strong advocates for equality and fairness in the civil justice system. Over the years, they have demonstrated a strong commitment to the Washington Bar Association and its programs. We are grateful. And thank you to my firm, Bruhanna. Bruhanna is an elite boutique law firm specializing in government investigations before the Securities and Exchange Commission, Department of Justice, and other state and federal financial industry and banking regulators. During the pandemic, we secured the early release of 2 federal prisoners at risk of grave illness or death from COVID, and obtained the release on bond of immigrant detainees in detention centers where COVID was rampant. When I asked if we could sponsor the WBA again this year, Greg Bruce said, Of course. Did you have any doubt? So thank you for your unquestioned commitment to social action and compassion. Thank you for your continued sponsorship, Ruhana.
All right. The WBA Educational Foundation every year conducts a scholarship competition where we recognize aspiring attorneys in moot court and brief writing competitions. These competitions highlight the tremendous talent of the law students in the District of Columbia region. We look forward to seeing the great contributions of these future leaders. Jason Grant, president of the Washington Bar Association Educational Foundation, will now announce the 2021 scholarship recipients. Jason.
Hello, my name is Jason A. Grant. I am a founding partner of the Go Law Group PLLC. I am also the president of the Washington Bar Association Educational Foundation Incorporated, also known as the WBAEF. The mission of the WBAEF is to support the Washington Bar Association's educational and charitable endeavors. To that end, each year at Law Day, the Washington Bar Association Educational Foundation provides 2 distinguished scholarships to deserving law students in the DC metro area: the Chief Judge Eugene Hamilton Scholarship and the Charles Hamilton Houston Scholarship. This year, the winners of the Chief Judge Eugene Hamilton Scholarship are Shayla Barney and Garrett Tracy of Catholic University Columbus School of Law. This is the 2nd year in a row this team has won this scholarship, so congratulations to them. The Charles Hamilton Houston Scholarship provides 3 winners. In 3rd place is Shayla Barney of Catholic University. In 2nd place, Nina Ego Oswala of the University of District of Columbia, David A. Clark School of Law. In 1st place is Alexander Dubose of the Howard University School of Law. Congratulations to all our winners, and thank you to all of the student participants in our scholarship contest. Also, thank you to past president of the Washington Bar Association, Henry Floyd, and Robbie Beatty for co-chairing the Charles Hamilton Houston Scholarship Committee. Also, thank you to WBAEF's Vice President, Charlene Stanberry, WBAEF's Secretary, Nia Tanner, and WBAEF's Treasurer, Carlin Hunter, for their participation in the scholarship committees. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Garrett Tracy, and I am a 3L at the Columbus School of Law, the Catholic University of America. I am also this year's proud recipient of the 2021 Chief Judge Eugene Hamilton Moot Court Competition. Participating in this competition was the highlight of my law school career. I'd like to thank the Washington Bar Association, the Washington Bar Association Educational Foundation, past President Henry Floyd, our judges, and most of all, my partner, Shayla Barney. Without her, my team wouldn't have been able to rally and make it to the finish line. Thank you guys so much.
Hi, my name is Shayla Barney, and I'm here to express my appreciation and gratitude to the Washington Bar Association, the Washington Bar Association Education Foundation for hosting their annual scholarship opportunities. I'm so pleased to be a second-time recipient of the Chief Judge Eugene Hamilton Moot Court Competition, along with my great partner, Garrett Tracy. I'm also so happy to be a recipient of the Charles Hamilton Houston Scholarship Competition this year. These funds helped me more than you all could know with law school and graduation expenses and just life. So I really appreciate you all providing a opportunity for law students like me to compete, show off what we know, and win money for it. It really goes a long way. So thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nina Ego Oswala, and I'm a graduating 3L at the University of the District of Columbia, David A. Clark School of Law. I am honored and humbly accept the 2020-2021 Washington Bar Association Educational Foundation Charles Hamilton Houston Essay Competition Award. The Washington Bar Association has been essential to me during my law school journey. I am especially grateful for people like Mr. Henry Floyd, who have helped me navigate law school and entering into the legal profession. It is truly an honor to be a part of an organization that pours into law students in the DC area. And I will never, ever take for granted my time a part of this organization, and I will always remember to give back because that was what was done for me. Thank you again for this award. Thank you again for this scholarship.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Alex Dubose, and I am so proud to virtually be here representing my law school, Howard University School of Law, as a Rising 3L SBA Vice President for the 2021-2022 academic school year and first place recipient of the Washington Bar Association's Charles Hamilton Houston Scholarship. First and foremost, I'd like to give my thanks to God for allowing me to be here, for it is through Him I can do all things. Next, I would like to extend my sincere thanks and gratitude to the Washington Bar Association and the Washington Bar Association Educational Foundation for extending this scholarship opportunity. I'd also like to thank my parents, Michael and Elizabeth DuBose, for supporting me emotionally as well as financially. Additionally, I'd like to thank my school, Howard University School of Law, for providing me with excellent legal writing training. In particular, I'd like to thank my legal writing professors, Professors Crichton, Strickland, and Gavel. Finally, I would be remiss if I failed to thank my mentors, Henry Floyd, Roderick Woodson, Noni Ellison, Jarrett Barty, and Michael Boxer, for consistently inspiring me to achieve the heights that they've achieved in the legal field. I found the question presented in the scholarship essay extremely thought-provoking as well as challenging and relevant. Thank you all so much for this award.
We would now like to recognize our bronze sponsors. Mr. Rolf Andrews, Ballard Spar, Beverage and Diamond, the Bar Association of the District of Columbia, the District Legal Group, J.B. Jenkins Funeral Home Incorporated, the Honorable Alex Manuel, Steptoe and Johnson, the Tyrone Law Group, Webster Fredrickson, and we would also like to recognize our friends of the Washington Bar Association.
Now we turn to the part of the program where we celebrate the life of Charles Hamilton Houston, one of our great founders of the Washington Bar Association. He has served as a role model for all African-American attorneys, then and now. During his illustrious career, he served as the Dean of the Howard University School of Law, where he taught countless civil rights attorneys, including Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall. We will now hear from the current Dean of Howard University School of Law, Dean Daniel Holly Walker. Dean Walker.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Danielle Holly Walker, the Dean of Howard University School of Law. I want to bring you greetings on the occasion of the Washington Bar Association Law Day Dinner. I want to send a special congratulations to the Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion Award winners, Everett Bellamy and Donald Temple. Charles Hamilton Houston, of course, is one of the most important figures in the history of Howard University, and specifically in the history of Howard University School of Law. When we talk about Charles Houston, which is pretty much every day at Howard's Law School, we often start with his most famous quote: "A lawyer is either a social engineer or is a parasite on society." And when we think about Charles Houston's philosophy about training lawyers to be social engineers and to have a positive impact on their communities, we really stick to Houston's philosophy. The idea that lawyers should be highly perceptive, well-trained individuals who are able to connect with their communities and uplift and really make sure that the law is used to the benefit of the people who need it the most. When we see all of the challenges we have in today's society, from pandemic to the ongoing crisis in racial justice, to the ability to be able to deal with the fast-changing environment, including environmental justice issues, technology, and the need to preserve and promote democracy. In all of those ways, Charles Houston's legacy lives on. In the period between 1929 to 1935, when Charles Hamilton Houston served as the Vice Dean of Howard's Law School, He really wanted to make sure that students got all of the traditional legal education. So administrative law, they studied constitutional law, criminal law, property, torts, all of those traditional things. But what Charles Houston added to that curriculum was the idea that students would also have the opportunity to work on real cases and cases that would overturn the horrible specter and structure of Jim Crow. That legacy really led to what we now know as clinical legal education. And at Howard, it drives us every day to make sure that the students who graduate from our law school not only have the opportunity to be in the classroom in the traditional doctrinal classes, but also have the opportunity to work with prisoners in the state of Wisconsin as we overturn book bans, to work to be legal observers during protests during Black Lives Matter summer in the summer of 2020, to have the opportunity to argue cases in front of the DC Circuit, and even to write amicus briefs to the Supreme Court. The legacy of Charles Hamilton Houston powers us all forward now, and I'm so happy to see the Washington Bar Association continue to celebrate his life and legacy through the Medallion Award. Obviously, the two award winners tonight are two of the biggest champions of the legacy of Charles Hamilton Houston, and I want to congratulate them and congratulate the Washington Bar Association on another outstanding year. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2021 Washington Bar Association Law Day Gala. I am Henry E. Floyd Jr., the immediate past president of the Washington Bar Association. Thank you, President Towns and the WBA Board of Directors for allowing me to bring greetings and also in allowing me to recognize our 2020 Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit recipients, the Honorable Anna Blackburn Rigsby, Chief Judge of the District of Columbia Court of Appeals, and the Honorable Elijah E. Cummins, posthumously, former chairman of the House Oversight Committee, representing Maryland's 7th Congressional District in the United States House of Representatives. Please join me in a virtual round of applause for these extraordinary leaders for doing all that they have done and being steadfast in their respective roles in the fight for social justice and for our communities. I'd like to recognize this year's recipients of the 2021 Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit, Mr. Donald Temple and Dean Everett Bellamy. Also, I'd like to extend special congratulations to the 2021 WBA Educational Foundation Scholarship winners for both our Charles Hamilton Houston essay competition and our Chief Judge Eugene Hamilton moot court competition. Again, congratulations to all the recipients. Thank you, WBA and President Towns, for allowing me to recognize these extraordinary leaders and students, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Past President Floyd. How's everybody doing? We've been going for a little while. You need to stretch. Let's take about 20 seconds to get into the good part.
Yay.
All right. As a WBA president, it is my honor and privilege to bestow the Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit on Donald Temple and Dean Everett Bellamy for their contributions to the legal profession, including the establishment and expansion of the Charles Hamilton Houston Pre-Law Institute. Let's take a look at it.
No, come on. This is a video.
The first year of law school is challenging, and the study of law demands critical thinking, writing, and analytical skills. In 1979, these needs inspired Donald Temple to establish the Charles Hamilton Houston Pre-Law Institute. One of the 20th century's leading visionaries, Houston dedicated his life to the pursuit of equal opportunity, especially in public education. He believed that the law should be used as a tool for social engineering. In its first 2 years, CHH, as it is affectionately known, offered concise summary lectures. In 1981, Then Georgetown Associate Dean Everett Bellamy joined forces with Temple, and for the next 3 summers, they taught a 5-week curriculum. Georgetown University Law Center, the program's academic home for the past 40 years, facilitated classroom and law library access. In its 6th year, CHH expanded to a 7-week curriculum with more than 100 class hours, which includes the following subjects: Introduction to the Study of Law, which explains the American judicial system, civil litigation process and applicable federal rules; case analysis, legal research and writing, civil procedure, contracts, torts, and appellate advocacy. CHH students take 3 law school exams, write a legal memorandum and an appellate brief, and argue before a panel of jurists.
We were studying summary judgment, and I could easily read the rule procedure governing summary judgment, but the context of summary judgment eluded me. And the list goes on and on. I did moot court, et cetera, et cetera. But I finished law school, and I came back here. In 78, I took the bar, and in 79, I was in graduate law school here. But during the summer of 79, there were students from Howard undergrad who were going to law school. And so I started a makeshift tutorial program for them in an apartment on Euclid Street. And that was the basic development of CHH. The next year I would meet Everett Bellamy, who then came here as an assistant dean, and we became boys. So he became involved in organizations like Concerned Black Men, which I had started here in DC. And it was then that a natural marriage. I was in school here. He was a dean, bam. And Georgetown has been fabulous to us throughout every dean since 1981.
Many prominent state and federal judges, public officials, attorneys, and law professors have lectured CHH students. This distinguished list of judges includes the late Damon J. Keith, Alexander Williams Jr., Gerald Bruce Lee, Inez Smith Reed, the late William C. Pryor, Laura D. Blackburn, J.P. Howard, and Thomas J. Motley. Public officials include the late William C. Coleman, former Secretary of the United States Department of Transportation, a remarkable 3-hour lecture. The late Jacqueline Berrien, former EEOC chairperson, a CHH graduate, and Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton. Attorneys include former Washington Bar presidents, the late Thomas A. Duckenfield, an early CHH supporter, the late Fred B. Abramson, Ronald C. Jessamy, Robert L. Bell, Felicia L. Chambers, and Henry Floyd Jr., the late Wally A. Branton, former dean of Howard University School of Law, Danielle Holly Walker, the present dean of Howard University School of Law, the late James Jimmy Cobb, Lennox S. Hines, Nadio Cordero, William Billy Murphy, James E. McCullum Jr., Edna Vincent Lee, a CHH graduate, Warner H. Sessions, Nkechi Taifa, J. Liat Rome, Timba Ntetwa, Edward W. Gray Jr., John Robotham, and Iso John Bitho Isis. Professors and law professors include Jenna Ray McNeil, Angela J. Davis, F. Michael Hickenbotham, John C. Britton, Greg E. Carr, and Justin Hansford, a CHH graduate. CHH is honored that the late Charles Hamilton Houston's son, Charles Hamilton Houston Jr., delivered a keynote address to CHH students, and that Houston's great-granddaughter, Kamali, now an attorney in New York City, is a CHH graduate and a member of the CHH family.
Over the last 40 decades, nearly 600 students have graduated from CHH. Many of these graduates have attended more than 50 law schools across the nation, including American, Baltimore, UC Berkeley, Boston College, Catholic, Chicago, Columbia, UDC, Florida A&M, Florida, Fordham, George Mason, George Washington, Georgetown, Harvard, UC Hastings, Howard, Louisville, Maryland, Mitchell-Hamlin, Northeastern, Northwestern, NYU, UPenn, Stanford, Temple, Thurgood Marshall, UNC, UVA, Vanderbilt, Vermont, Villanova, Washington University, Widener, William & Mary, and Yale. For 42 consecutive years, Temple and Bellamy have made a significant contribution to the academic success of law students across the nation. In Houstonian tradition and in partnership with the Thurgood Marshall Center Trust, CHH continues to educate, inspire, and prepare future generations.
It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Mr. Donald Temple. My name is Elijah Benjamin Porter II, and I am a graduate of the Charles Hamilton Houston Law School Preparatory Institute. What was so remarkable about this program is that it challenged me and made me ask the question, what does it truly mean to be a lawyer? For the first time, I was asking, what does it mean to be a social engineer in society? And how can I use my legal education and this program to advance the causes of my people? What's so great is that Mr. Temple, the people that he surrounded us with, the tools and the resources that he equipped us with, have all prepared me to go on and do well at Howard University School of Law, to become the editor-in-chief of the Howard Human and Civil Rights Law Review, to go on to private practice at Fenwick & West, and then to go on and start my own companies and my own firms. And I'm thankful.
I am Emily Lonier, a 2019 CHH graduate currently attending Temple Beasley School of Law in Philadelphia. I have an abundance of gratitude to CHH and its incredible, distinguished faculty for all of the support and the knowledge that they gave each and every one of us. It single-handedly gave me the context and the confidence to really excel in law school. And for that, I will forever be grateful. CHH's family.
All right. We hold that it is in the character and measure of Houstonian jurisprudence that a recipient of the Medallion of Merit must stand. In our tradition, the immediate past recipient of the Medallion of Merit dons the award on the new recipient or recipients, and recipients in this case. Chief Judge Anna Blackburn-Rigsby, the 2020 recipient of our Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit, will now confer the awards.
The Washington Bar Association established the tradition of awarding the Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit in 1975. Since then, this prestigious award is presented annually to an individual or individuals who demonstrate a commitment to Charles Hamilton Houston's ideals and jurisprudence. A jurisprudence which observes and recognizes law as a means for achieving social justice through social engineering and academic excellence and scholarship. A jurisprudence which compels and challenges each of us to leadership and service for the betterment of the human race. It is in the character and measure of Houstonian jurisprudence that a recipient of the Medallion of Merit must stand. And I can't think of two more deserving of the Medallion of Merit than Mr. Donald Temple and Dean Everett Bellamy. To Donald Temple and to Dean Everett Bellamy, thank you for your creation and expansion of the now 42-year-old Charles Hamilton Houston Law Preparatory Institute. Over the years, this institution has prepared prospective law students for their first year of law school and has served to promote diversity in the bench and the bar. Congratulations to you both. As the 2020 recipient of the Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit, I know firsthand what a great honor and privilege it was. It was one of the greatest honors of my career to receive this medallion. I'm now honored to confer the medallion on the recipients of the 2021 Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit. It is my honor to confer the Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit for 2021 on Donald Temple, Esquire. Thank you for your contributions and service to the legal profession and for your continued work for justice.
Thank you. Good evening. To my family, certainly to my mother and my 102-year-old Aunt Vera, and to my immediate family and my friends, to the members of the bench and to the executive officers of the Washington Bar Association. It's a high privilege to receive this particular award, given what Charles Houston's life has meant, not so much to me, but to the young people that we've interacted with over the last 42 years. There's such a thing, people, and I don't know it through the classroom alone, but I know it through the classroom and the courtroom. And I know it from experience at the trial level and at the appellate levels in the local courts, and how challenging the notion of litigation is, how meaningful trial experience is. And there's such a thing in American jurisprudence as a Houstonian way of thinking, and a Houstonian way of grasping what success means beyond zip codes, beyond types of cars that we drive, the letters behind one's name. Charles Houston was iconic in so many respects and deserving of emulation in so many respects as well. We think about Charlie Houston as a name, as an advocate, but when we really study Charles Houston, we know that Charles Houston had a constitution that was not a paper constitution. He had a value construct that informed his own thinking about the future. People talk about Black Lives Matters, but Charles Houston singly almost was a champion of Black Lives Matters in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. He was a champion of Black Lives Matters when he quoted this quote. He said, "Black power is organizing the rage of Black people and putting new hard questions and demands to white America." What a phenomenal quote from someone well before the 21st century. He stated, "Without education, there's no hope for our people. And without hope, our future is lost." Charles Houston was a premier champion of an era of American jurisprudence, but also moving out of an era of apartheid in Jim Crow America, post-institutional slavery, where the laws of the United States subjugated in every aspect of the human equation people because of the complexion of their skin. It is this backdrop which gave birth to CHH as we affectionately know it. But it's also where the life of Charlie Houston and my own life converge. Houston came into his educational and professional experience as the son of a lawyer. Houston attended Harvard and was very, very, very intelligent. My grandmother cleaned the home of the people who owned Pep Boys. My dad, may rest in peace, was a janitor at the Philadelphia Gas Works, where he swept floors for 40 years. But it was the wind under Houston's wings and the wind coming from my father's broom that merged with this notion that we shared a sense of our own values, that our community needed a constitution to make a difference in terms not only my future, but the future of children yet born. And when I went to law school at the University of Santa Clara, and I experienced the first year of law school, I realized that there were gray areas and places and spaces that I didn't think a student should experience when he or she would go to law school. And graduating and coming to Georgetown Law Center and meeting Dean Bellamy, ultimately, we were able to fill some of those spaces. And that gave birth to CHH. What I also learned tragically was that about 99% of undergraduate students of African descent and otherwise have little knowledge about who Charles Hamilton Houston was. About 85% of the students coming to CHH didn't know before hearing about CHH who Charles Hamilton Houston was. What we then attempted to do was to develop a curriculum and a program that grew like a little baby into a robust foundation. And God bless Everett Bellamy, and God bless Georgetown Law Center for the relationship that we were able to build with the DC African American legal community to educate and to teach African American students, soon to be law students, the tools, to give them the tools that were necessary from judges who hear cases in the superior and the federal courts, from lawyers who practice on a daily basis in the civil courts and in the criminal courts, from faculty who taught at the different law schools, and from speakers like Michael Payne and Broderick Johnson, and so many others, and judges like Ricky Roberts, who put their arms collectively around these young people. It was almost as if they were waiting to be asked, that we gave them a vehicle to spend time and to invest in these young people. And over the last 25 plus years, we were able to teach and impart to young people, many who are not so young anymore, and who have become partners in law firms, members of the courts themselves, and even the Supreme Court of a state. And we were able to impart in them some of the thinking of Charles Houston. But one of the first things that happens to CHH students is they receive and read their first case is Scott v. Sanford. And they're taught that just because the law is what it is today doesn't mean that it will be that tomorrow. And we attempt to do several things, and I'm going to close out. One of them is that we give them a substantive breadth of knowledge. And we teach them so that when they attend any law school in this country, that fear is not an option, that racial inferiority is not something that is acceptable to us. And that if you disagree, you should express your voice and develop a reason to disagree. The substantive courses that they have in CHH are tort, civil procedure, and contracts. In addition to that, they have an introduction to the study of law, an introduction to American judicial system. And by the end of the first week, our CHH students, and they can tell you this, they can walk you, Judge Sullivan, from a civil complaint to a post-trial motion with a knowledge of the federal rules, ranging from Rule 4 to Rule 50 to Rule 60, before they start the civil procedure class. In addition to that, they have legal research, and they have professional legal research instructors. We have been blessed to have appellate advocates, lawyers who practice before our courts, teach our students. And they're assigned an appellate problem by week 4, and they are writing an appellate brief by week 6 and arguing that brief. The winners of the appellate advocacy competitions actually argue to the DC judges' credit in both the federal and state court and the administrative law judges. They argue in the ceremonial court room before a panel of judges on very complex issues. They have 3 law school exams, and we have a graduation with very significant speakers. Suji Sutler has been the executive director and has done an incredible job. And this honor is this honor is not for me alone, but it's really for those wonderful people. There've probably been over 50 to 60 lawyers, judges, law professors, they're a wide range who bring different levels of thinking. This is for their generosity and their sacrifices to our young people. And the light, carrying the light of Charles Houston to the torch of these young people, so that these young people can carry that torch, that lit torch, with the Houstonian context to future generations. This is also for you, Charles Houston, because we want people to know who you are, not only your name, but your thinking, and so that they can share your vision about future generations. I'm going to close by just saying thank you to the bar again. Thank you, Tom Duckenfield, the late Tom Duckenfield, who gave us the Gertrude Rush Award years ago. We deeply appreciate it. And it's beyond words what it means to Charles Hamilton Houston Law School Preparation Institute. God bless you, and thank you again.
It is my honor to confer the 2021 Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit on Dean Everett Bellamy. Thank you for your continued contributions to improving equal justice under law for all.
Thank you, Judge. I greatly appreciate your bestowing this medallion on me. And I'd like to give my heartfelt thanks to President Tony Towns and the board of the Washington Bar Association, and particularly the Law Day Committee. All of you worked extremely hard to make this event possible. And it means so much to me and Donald for you to present the medallion to us. I like just reflect for a moment on my relationship with Donald Temple, who has been a friend since I arrived in the Washington, D.C. area in 1980, and he literally changed my life. We got involved in some public interest groups that were for the betterment of the community. He was the president of the National Conference of Black Lawyers, and a position I later assumed. And I was asked to be the godfather of his oldest daughter, Kyra. So he has been a friend and colleague in the law, and he changed my life in meeting him in 1980. Education is a beautiful thing. And I thank Donald for that overview of Charles Hamilton Houston's background in life and what he did as a lawyer, because he's considered one of the greatest lawyers in the 20th century. And we start the Charles Hampton Houston Orientation Program each summer with showing the movie The Road to Brown, and I commend that movie to you. But we have, as a result of the 42 years of the Institute, we have graduates who are all over the country doing all types of interesting work. As Donald mentioned, there, some are judges, some are elected officials, partners in large law firms. And it's, as I was saying, education is a beautiful thing. You touch students in the classroom, you teach, they learn, and you learn from them, and then they go out into the world, and they're like pebbles on the pond in ripple effect, because then they teach and they learn, and they help other people achieve their goals and aspirations. So it's just been a wonderful experience being a part of the Charles Hampton Houston Preparatory Law Institute. And like Donald, I accept this award on behalf of all the students who've attended, all the professors who have taught, and all the supporters of the program. And I would like to particularly discuss or reflect on the relationship with Georgetown University Law Center. In 1981, as was mentioned, Donald and I met with the dean at the time, being Robert Potofsky, told him about the program, gave him some background on the way it existed at the time, and how we envisioned growing the program into a national institute. And he agreed to let us be based there at Georgetown. And the wonderful news is every dean since Bob Potofsky has also agreed, including Judy Areen, Alex Lenikoff, and our current dean, Dean Will Trainer, who's with us this evening. And I'm so thankful that Dean Trainer is able to join us and sharing this special occasion, because by being at Georgetown, it has allowed us to grow and educate students and then for them to be able to study at one of the most prestigious law schools in the country. And so Dean, by having Georgetown Law as a partner, our students are able to spend their summer and immerse themselves in the study of law. So everyone who has helped, everyone, including people in the audiovisual department, public safety, residence life, everyone who interacts with them during the summer and lends a helping hand, what they have done over the years is truly tremendous. The librarians in Edward Bennett Williams Library, Barbara Monroe, you know what I'm talking about. First year pre-law and first year law students ask a lot of questions as they do their legal research. And as we lawyers know, legal research is the foundation of developing your legal argument and your case theory and so on. And so you all have done tremendous work with our students over the years, and for that we are forever grateful. So I just can't thank Georgetown Law enough for what they've done with Donald and I and the Institute. There's someone else I like to mention in addition to Dean Trainer. My former administrative assistant, executive assistant, Layli Safa. She was my assistant for almost 20 years. And as a result, she was involved with CH for that length of time. And she was just wonderful. She helped us out, even though it wasn't part of her responsibilities as an employee at Georgetown, but she found time, whether it was during lunch or after hours, to work on everything from contacting students when they were accepted, to meeting with them if they were in need of housing, and helping arrange the orientation programs and graduation, It was not unusual for out-of-town student to come to the Institute, not have housing, and end up spending time in our office sitting with her trying to figure out Washington, D.C. So because I served as an executive director of the Institute for about 20 years, and during that whole time she was by my side. And Lady, we thank you for all of what you contributed to the students. They loved you and they thought so much of you and all the support that you gave them. So we are deeply indebted to you. And Suji, you're doing a terrific job as executive director. It makes all the difference in the world for the smooth operation of the Institute. You're God sent to us, Suji Settler, for all that you do as the current executive director of the Charles Hamilton Houston program. I want to thank the Dixon family for their financial support through the years, funding scholarships for our students. And I want to make sure that you realize how much we appreciate all that you and your family have done for us. And your son actually attended the Charles Hamilton Houston program. So you're part of the family in many ways. Charles Hamilton Houston changed America. I was so touched by the past recipients of this award that you see the names: Thurgood Marshall, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Congressman John Lewis, just an impressive list of recipients. I'm humbled to be with my dear friend Donald Temple to be included now with this list of recipients. And our goal each summer is to help the students to think deeply about the law and how it affects all of us as citizens. When I teach my class, one of the cases that I use is Korematsu versus the United States, which was the Japanese internment case, so that they will get appreciation that those judges, those 9 justices who sit on high in black robes, may not get the law right. And you should be able to make arguments that can change the law and change the direction of the country. So we instill that in them, and they go out with the confidence to be able to do well in law school, to not be intimidated by the methodology, the teaching style that you find at most law schools, and also to know that they have to write, rewrite, and rewrite when it comes to their legal assignments. And it's a very rigorous program. We've had tremendous amount of success. And I want to close by thanking those in my family. I have family members from Atlanta and Chicago who are on the call. You heard my sisters earlier. My wife, who did the honor of putting my medallion on, has family in Cleveland who are Zooming in. So I thank all of you for joining us. And Judge Roberts, appreciate how you were with us from the very start, and we thank you for that. So this is an evening and an award I will never forget and I will treasure for the rest of my life. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you for all the kind comments that I read in chat. We appreciate them. God bless all of you, and thank you for your support of the Charles Hamilton Houston Pre-Law Institute and the Washington Bar Association. God bless. Thanks.
You know, as a graduate of the Charles Hamilton Houston Pre-Law Institute, I can attest to the how beneficial this institution is to aspiring lawyers. You know, Donald Everett, not only did you prepare me academically for success, he gave me the confidence to soar, which has led to what I think is a good career in social justice. So again, thank you, Donald and Everett, for all of your work in preparing law students for great success in law school and in life. And would you all please stand and join me? I know it's going to be quiet in applauding Donald Temple and Everett Bellamy.
Thank you,
and the Charles
President
Hamilton Houston
Towns.
Pre-Law Institute.
Thank you, President Towns. That's
Hey, congratulations.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Great.
Yes, congratulations.
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 Congratulations. Yay. Way to go.
Congratulations,
Everett.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats, guys.
Remarkable.
DTEB.
Great.
All right, Everett.
They're right.
So happy for all the winners.
All righty. Now we'll do a moment of silence in honor of Joe Hairston. All right. This is the first year we're having Law Day without our beloved Joe Hairston. As you know, Joe Hairston was a dedicated member of the Washington Bar Association who passed away in December of 2019 at the age of 97. Pentagon documents confirm that Joe was America's first Black U.S. Army helicopter pilot. After retiring from the Army, Joe was a civil servant in the Labor Department and in the IRS, where he was the first Black senior lawyer in the Office of Chief Counsel. In honor of his service and dedication to the Washington Bar Association, he will be celebrated at our Hall of Fame ceremony on June 10th. Tonight, however, we toast to our dear friend and colleague, Joe Hairston. Job well done, sir. Job well done. And would everyone please raise your Washington Bar mugs to toast Joe Hairston. You're here.
You're here.
You don't want that one. All right. Congratulations again to our Charles Hamilton Houston Medallion of Merit honorees, Donald Temple and Everett Bellamy, and our special awardee, Judge Emmett Sullivan. Thank you all to all of our sponsors and friends of the Washington Bar Association and the Washington Bar Association Educational Foundation. Thank you to the officers, board of directors, and council of past presidents of the WBA, and the officers and board of directors of also the Washington Bar Association Educational Foundation. And you can see on the screen the names of our founders, current officers. All right. Well, stay tuned for upcoming events, including our May 8th John Lewis Voter Advancement Day Votercade, which is going to be done simultaneously with over 125 cities on May 8th. And also our Hall of Fame ceremony and annual meeting on June 10th. I think all the links and information should be in the chat. And I especially want to thank the hardworking Law Day Committee for all their efforts to ensure that tonight was a success. And I tell you, that's what I call an all-pro group, all-pro team. They worked very tirelessly to bring this tonight to a conclusion. There they are. I go to war with all of them. All right. And we thank Harvey Nunez and the Brand New Media Group for producing our wonderful Law Day. Thank you all. Mm-hmm.
We have CK's video.
And if I could just take a moment of personal privilege and just chat with you a little bit about when I first met Tony. I've known Tony Towns since law school. I remember we probably met in 1985. Hi, I'm CK Hoffler, and I'm president of the National Bar Association. I wanted to take this opportunity with a great deal of pride and honor to congratulate President Tony Towns, the president of the Washington Bar Association, on an incredible year, a very successful year despite COVID. But I particularly want to congratulate him on a successful and creative Law Day program. And if I could just take a moment of personal privilege and just chat with you a little bit about when I first met Tony Towns. I've known Tony Towns since law school. I remember we probably met in 1985 or thereabouts, because he's a year behind me in law school. And I remember Tony in law school was tenacious, diligent, a leader, and smooth as silk. He was absolutely wonderful at everything that he did. And I see that that path of excellence has followed him wherever he went. So to Tony, I say, to my friend, Tony Towns, I say, thank you for all that you do. Congratulations on a phenomenal year as president of the Washington Bar Association. And bravo for your creativity, your diligence, and for still being.
Before we end this wonderful Law Day celebration, we are pleased to have a benediction by His Eminence, Wilton Cardinal Gregory of the Archdiocese of Washington, Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception.
Washington Bar Association. I must say that it is delightfully evident that your legal expertise is found in every level of government and area of business that touches our lives. Your dedication to serving your fellow citizens in our judicial professions is greatly appreciated and valued. Thank you for pausing each year for Law Day to focus on the rule of law in the United States and the freedoms that the Constitution guarantees. As members who extend themselves in the tangible, long-lasting legal work toward equality, justice, and fairness for all people, no matter their economic status, race, gender, or any other factor, we rely on you seeing the individual person as deserving of respect and unbiased opportunity under the law. Today, you take time at your Law Day to honor those who do just that. We collectively pause to acknowledge those among you who have tirelessly and selflessly given in so many ways to assist some of our younger generation in need of an increased opportunity and the guidance of a mentor to help them reach their potential and bright future. I thank each of your honorees for their sacrifice, time, and commitment. As members, thank you for remaining close and responsive to students and others in our community during this time of global pandemic, when we are being asked to socially distance for our safety and health. Through it all, you have remained innovative and present in ways that are consistent with your extensive and generous legacy. On behalf of all of us in the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Washington, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to you, the Washington Bar Association, and your Law Day honorees for your service and care for so many in our community. Let us continue to love and care for our neighbors and one another, united in peace and harmony as a human family. We pray that you each continue to practice your legal profession by upholding the virtues of justice and mercy. May the gifts of God unite us in faith, hope, and love, now and forever. Amen.
Well, I hope my mother's not watching, because typically there shouldn't be another word after the Lord, or someone has spoken about the Lord. But I have to tell you that tonight is not over yet. I hope it was a wonderful night for you as it was for me. But now it's in the tradition of Law Day, we now move to our after party. So just stay tuned. You don't need to go anywhere. And we can have a lot of conversations and enjoy. Thank you and good night.
Hello, everybody. First off, let's put our hands together for an amazing program. Tony, you did an amazing job. Let's put our hands together for everyone and for all of our medallion recipients tonight. Wow, what a powerful night, everybody. What a powerful night. And again, my name is DJ Harvey Haas Nunez. I am not only a producer, I'm a DJ. And I love to see people dancing and just celebrating. And after this year that we've had through the pandemic, I feel like tonight, it is May 1st, and it's the perfect time for us to start celebrating. We have made it through the storm. The storm is still going on, but we're about halfway through. We're seeing the light. So at this time, I'd like for everyone to stand up for a little bit, tip your screen up. I call this tip your screen up time. And let's start off with a little line dance to get our bodies moving, because like I said before, health is wealth. So let's do a little something like this to keep the party going and to celebrate everything we've just experienced tonight. Let's start off like this.
All the imitators, perpetrators, and haters. This is something new, the Casper Slide Part 2, featuring the Platinum Band. And this time, we're gonna get funky. 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 Funky.
Okay, everybody stand up.
Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. All right, now, we're gonna do the basic step. To the left. Take it back now, y'all.
Get your step in.
One hop this time. Right foot, let's stomp. Left foot, let's stomp. Cha-cha, real smooth.
All right, let's get some dance moves on, y'all. Here we go.
Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, let's stomp. Left foot, let's stomp. Cha-cha now, y'all. Now it's time to get funky. To the right now. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time.
We're going to zoom around the room.
Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. Crisscross. Cha-cha, real smooth.
There you go.
Let's go to work.
Looking good, Washington Bar Association.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all.
That's right. We want to see everybody up. Come on, y'all.
2 hops this time. Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Get funky with it.
That's right, Sandra.
Oh, yeah.
Anna Maria.
Come on. Cha-cha now, y'all.
Karen, where are you, Karen? I know you're out there.
Turn it
Oh,
out.
I see you, Karen.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all.
Hey, Nicole.
5 hops this time. Right foot, let's stomp. Left foot, let's stomp. Right foot again. Left foot again. Right foot, let's stomp. Left foot, let's stomp. Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all. Check it out, y'all. How low can you go? Can you go down low? All the way to the floor? How low can you go? Can you bring it to the top? Like it never, never stop? Can you bring it to the top? One hop. Right foot now. Left foot now, y'all. Cha-cha, real smooth.
Looking good, y'all. Keep going.
Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. One hop this time. Reverse. Reverse. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Reverse, reverse. Reverse, reverse.
Let's do it.
Cha-cha now, y'all. Cha-cha again. Cha-cha now, y'all.
Looking good. Get them steps in, y'all.
Cha-cha again. Turn it out.
Get those steps in, y'all.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all.
Spotlight around the room.
Two hops, two hops.
Spotlight around the room, y'all.
Two hops, two hops. Right foot, let's stomp. Left foot, let's stomp. Charlie Brown. Hop it out now. Slide to the right. Slide to the left. Take it back now, y'all. Cha-cha now, y'all. Turn it out. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 3 hops this time. Right foot now. Left foot now, y'all.
That's right. We're my young people, too.
Now. Turn it out.
We're going to pick up the pace a little bit. We're going to pick the pace up a little bit, y'all. Y'all know this one, right? Let's go.
All the shorties in the club, let me see you just back it up, drop it down, let me see you just get low, scrub the ground, let me see you just push it up, let me see you just
wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah.
I got them shaking they booties like congos, man. I'm shaking the city like quakes. The haters blue in the face like Gonzo, cause I'm making the cake, so let's bake. I'm taking the game's mine. Yeah, I witness the change, it's my time. Yeah, I'm new to the game, but y'all might wanna say your whack raps, they like saving time. I can dance, homie, I don't two-step. Y'all looking at something like a true player. A girl told me that a man that can dance might could possibly get down with the tool in his pants. Now I'm a ladies, let me see it vibrate. And when it's over, you ain't gonna need your bird. Cause I'm a pro, make you bend your back low, then the pounder real bad, just like the percolate.
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah.
Spotlight around the room now. Let's go.
Girl, wobble it.
We're looking for the best dancers.
I say you moving your head, we can cradle the bed. I'm straight racking it. The girls say, man, like they go to racket shit. Damn, I'm so explicit, but I can't help it. My flow ridiculous. Boy, got a gift like it gotta be Christmas. Swag on this. Gifted. The girl from campus and they want bitches and they gon' frame. See that? Little bit while I'm saying my scriptures. Cause I leave you holy like you pray in the temple. One week, I move with the letter of a pencil.
Happy birthday shout out going out to my friend Rob. Happy birthday, Rob.
You got pistol. And I don't think Donnie pick her up these issues.
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah.
We're gonna take it up a notch. We're gonna take it up a notch. Let's go.
Hey, big girl, make her bag it up. Make her bag it up. Hey, big girl, make her bag it up. Make her bag it up. Hey, big girl, make her bag it up. Make her bag it up.
We're looking for the best old school dance moves right here. Turn your cameras on so we can spotlight you. We're looking for the best old school dance moves. Hey, Karen. Hello.
This is how we do it.
So you got hubby back there. Hey. You know how we do.
So I reach for my 40 and I turn it up. Designated driver, take the keys to my truck. Hit the shawl 'cause I'm
Robert Bell's in the house.
Money's in the streets, say money, yo, we made it. It feels so good.
What's up, Robert Bell? What's up, Ron Jessamy? What's up, Bradley? I see you jamming. Bradley's usually singing, but tonight he's jamming. What's up, Steven? Deanna, y'all rocking over there. Little man rocking too. I see him. Get that move on. What's up, Mark? What's up, Dean Everett? Let's go. Hello.
This is how we do it. All hands are in the air. And wave from here to there. If you're an OG Mac or a wannabe player, you see the hood's been good to me ever since I was a lowercase G. But now I'm a big G. The girls see I got the money, $100 bills, y'all. If you were from where I'm from, then you would know that I gotta get mine in a big black truck. You can get yours in a 6-4. Whatever it is, the party's underway. So tip up your cup and throw your hands up and let me hear the party say, I'm kind of buzzed, so because this is how we do it. South Central does it like nobody does. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Let's flip the track, bring the old school back. This is how we do it. I'm kind of buzzed, so because this is how we do it. South Central does it like nobody does. Nobody does. YNB, SCC. This is how we do it. I'll never come back on an old school track. This is how we do it. Check it out. Once upon a time in '94, Montel made no money and life show was slow. And all they said was 6'8" he stood. And people thought the music that he made was good. He lived the DJ and Paul was his name. He came up to money, this is what he said. You and OG are gonna make some cash. Sell 1 million records and we're making the dash. Oh, I'm buzzing because this is how we do it. South Central does it like nobody does. This is how we do it. To all my neighbors, you got much flavor. This is how we do it. I'll never come back on an old school track. This is how we do it. I'm kind of buzzed, so because this is how we do it. South Central does it like nobody does. Nobody does. Oh, it's party time. This is how we do it. Straight up coming from the west side. This is how we do it. Oh, she's got the flavor. Yeah. And money does it like nobody.
We're gonna keep the step going with a little bit of candy. A little cameo.
It's like candy. I can feel it when
Looking for the best dancers right now, y'all. Best dancers out there.
it takes over me. Yes, I'm dandy. I wanna know, can you feel it too? Just like I do.
That's right, that's old school dance.
The step is starting now. It's the same feeling I always seem to get around you. There's no mistaking, I'm clearly taken by the simple mere thought of you. This step is starting now. This step is starting now. This step is starting now.
Congratulations, everybody. Christy, I think you just showing off in front of your parents. Great to go. Hey, hello, Judge. Hello,
Hello,
Mr.
hello.
Always good to see you.
Good to be seen at 87 years of age.
Wow, wow.
Thank you to those people in Augusta, Georgia who gave us 2 new senators.
Yay!
And the chairman.
Again, thank everybody for coming out here tonight. My name is DJ Harvey Nunez. We try to squeeze in a little more party, but I guess our time is up. Zoom is telling us, hold on. Oh my goodness. So thank you to the committee, Karen Evans, Anna Maria, Sandra, the entire committee. Thank you so much for working with us on this beautiful event and this history-making event for the Washington Bar Association.
I want to show the picture.
We want to put up the group picture one more time. And again, thank you all for joining us tonight. Karen, do you have any words to say before we leave? Or Anna Maria or Sandy?
Hi, this is Sandra. I think Karen popped off rather quickly, and I don't know if she's going to come back on. I just want to say, one, thank you to Harvey and his team, and thank you to our committee and everybody, but most importantly, thanks to all of you for coming and enjoying the program. That means a lot to us that you showed up, and we really thought it was such an honor to be with Donald and Dean Bellamy and Judge Sullivan, and it's just wonderful that you all got to come and celebrate that. So thank you. I don't know if Anna Maria.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are
Anna
welcome.
Maria, how about you? How you feeling tonight, Anna Maria?
Well, I just want to say that it's wonderful to see you all. I hope that you and your loved ones have been healthy and happy this year, or as well as possible. And I'm glad we could join together to celebrate these wonderful, wonderful attorneys who are truly leading a legacy here in the District of Columbia. And it's wonderful to see each and every one of you. So we send you much love, and it was a joy to put this on tonight with the Law Day Committee.
Can I just
Thank you for all your work on it.
Absolutely.
This is Sandra. I think I was talking with my video off, and I apologize that it's so rude, but you heard my words, okay?
It's all good, Sandra. Oh my goodness.
Thanks for that great salmon.
Thanks to all who supported the park. That was wonderful. I think they really appreciated it.
Oh yes, absolutely. The park downtown.
Yes, that was delicious.
The food was delicious. So
14.
special shout out to the park downtown DC. And as soon as they reopen, or I'm not sure if they're reopened yet, but we have to support park. We have to support our small businesses in this area. We are broadcasting live from Washington, DC in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
But guess what? We had to do it. We didn't do Law Day last year. So this is our comeback, and it's only going to get better.
And
So
thank you to
again,
all the sponsors and supporters and the contributions and the donations. It's going to social justice, so we appreciate it. Keep it coming. Thank you. This is Christy Burnett, the treasurer.
Yeah.
And one is about the money.
And we had tremendous support this year. I mean, for this to have been a virtual dinner, we had outstanding.
Yes. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
yeah. And now one more time, put your hands together for Tony, y'all. He's here with us in the studio. Our president of WBA.
And good work, Tony. Good night.
Good work.
Good night,
everyone.
Everybody
Take
wave
care.
to the camera. Everybody wave to the camera, and we're gonna sign off. All right.
Congratulations again, everybody.
Yeah, get a good wave.
Brand new
can get some,
media.
pictures of
Congratulations.
everybody waving.
Yes.
Thanks, DJ.
And we're gonna go. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Keep waving because
Thank
we're
you,
taking
thank you.
pictures while we're waving.
Oh.
Keep going. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Peace.